What's up, my peeps? Today, I want to talk about gun control. This is one of the most heated discussions that you can have in this country, okay? Because America is a gun-loving country, okay? Now, where I'm at with gun control, okay, of course, I'm a liberal. What I believe is we should have better background checks. I think that we should have a cap on ammunition. Like, I don't think you should have stockpiles of ammunition everywhere with a gun that can hold a lot with like a high capacity magazine. Okay. I don't believe that you should have that much weaponry in the house with ammunition and with guns. I think you should have a limit on how many guns you can own, okay? And that's pretty much it, okay? My belief with that doesn't mean that I believe that that is going to solve our problems, period. Like everything is going to stop if you implement that. I think that that would reduce a mass shooting, okay? And when I speak about gun control, I mainly speak about mass shootings. When it comes to neighborhood crime, people owning guns on the streets, and you got people shooting each other on the streets, that right there is a very complex issue, and I don't even really have an answer for that, okay, honestly. But with mass shootings, from what I see with mass shooters, is something is wrong upstairs. Something triggered them upstairs, okay? And if these guys have access to weapons that can do damage to a mass amount of people, I would like to make it where it's harder for them to have access to that. And I think them not being mentally stable, okay, it's going to be hard for them to pass a background check, okay? And we're having, a cap on how much ammunition and how many guns you can have. That's going to reduce the amount of body counts if they choose to do this action. Again, what I believe is to reduce, not to get rid of it, because you're not going to stop it, okay? Somebody's, like the people on the right say, when it comes to using a knife, I see that a lot when I see people debate gun control, that if they want you dead, they want you dead. If you ban all guns, they'll take a knife and do it. And I agree, okay? Where I'm at is just reducing it, okay? I don't think that this should be a part of our lives, all right? And the reason why I believe that my solution, what I think will work, the reason why I think this will work is because I believe that everybody, every individual living, walking, breathing, has the potential to pull off a mass shooting. Okay, we all have that. It's going to be a day where you're going to snap, all right? It's going to be a day you're going to snap. Everybody has a day where they're going to snap, and, the everyday pressure you go through in life, it leads you to that moment where you just snap. And how you snap, is going to either affect you, people around you, and how it affects them and how it affects you really goes into what you have access to and your character, upstairs. So like if you're not a violent person and you snap, you might snap just cursing people out. You might just go on a rampage cursing people out, okay? If you're the type of person that is quiet, you might snap in a way where you just hold yourself in a corner, lock yourself in a room for days, and, you don't contact anybody. You just sit there and binge out on your thoughts, all right? That will be your way of snapping, all right? Some people, their way of snapping will be violent, okay? And if these people have access to weapons, they're going to use them. So if you're a person that had a hard day at work, all right, and your boss was getting on your nerves, You find out your kids are not doing too good. You come home and your wife is cheating. Okay, this is just a scenario. All right. If you see that, along with the other buildup that's going on inside of you, and you're a person that likes to hunt, okay, and you got guns every fucking where in the house from hunting, it's a good chance, you know, that you're going to use them weapons and do something. It's a pretty good chance. I'm not saying that you're going to do it, but it's a pretty good chance you'll do it. I think a lot of these people that snap and do mass shootings, it's the fact that they had access. Okay. And like I said, everybody has the potential to do something crazy. We all have it. All right. Now, what I don't like about the gun control debate amongst us, okay, is number one, we don't listen to each other. Okay. We have a conclusion in our mind of what we believe will work. And it's like we don't bend or want to add on an idea that somebody might present. Like, you know, somebody say, well, I believe X, Y, and Z will work. And you can't look at anything in X, Y, or Z that you can add or understand. Okay. I totally understand most right-wing arguments for gun control, you know, or the lack thereof, why they wouldn't want anybody to want this nation to have gun control. A lot of it makes sense to me. Okay. Some of it doesn't make sense to me. But at the same time, what I don't like is people will hear an idea from the right and they immediately say it's stupid. All right, this is going to work. And it's like you're not getting anywhere. You're two people trying to make the best point. It's not about saving lives at this point. It's you two trying to sound smart. Who is the smartest person in this debate about gun control? I don't like that. The bottom line is saving lives. We are trying to save lives, as many lives as we can. Okay, and in order to come to an understanding of that, of like, for us to get to a point where we understand the mission to save lives, we have to get to a point where we can accept ideas, okay, and not be scared to put forward certain ideas, all right? I don't know if it's media manipulation or if it's politicians that in their rhetoric that has us to a point where we're not trying to hear each other, but that really has to stop. Because if we can't come to an agreement, us as citizens, if we can't come to an agreement on what needs to be done and we push for that, they're going to continue to do nothing about it. And they're going to continue to take money, well, what's left of the money the NRA can give. I heard the NRA is going bankrupt. But they will not do nothing if we're just bumping heads amongst each other. Because all we're going to do is we're a mouthpiece for them. So everything that liberals are saying, you know, they're going to say the same thing in a more articulate way. You know, they highly educated people. So they're going to say it in a more articulate way. They're presenting our argument to Republicans who are getting their argument from the people. They articulate it better. And it's just a back and forth. If we come to an agreement, okay, if you get a bipartisan idea for our gun problem in America, and we push that, and it goes to Congress, something will get done, okay? Something will get done on it. Now, what I don't like about liberals when it comes to this gun control debate, I don't like the fact that there are some liberals who believe that all guns should be banned. Okay, I don't like guns, all right? I don't like them, all right? But I don't think that all guns should be banned. There are a lot of scenarios I can draw up where you need a gun, okay? And me growing up in the hood, believe me, I know you need a fucking gun, okay? The getting rid of all guns is like living in a fantasy land. Like, you really believe everybody here attitude will change. You won't have the urge to murder anymore if there are no more guns. Or, you know, whatever would make you come up with a thought like that. Like, I just don't think that that's the way to go. So with that, with liberals, the people who have that idea, I can't get with you on that one. All right. Now the things that I don't like about the people on the right when it comes to the gun control debate is you guys have an attitude like there is nothing, literally nothing we can do. Okay, like you guys seem to love the gun so much. This is me just making a assumption on both sides. Well, not much with liberals because I hang in a liberal circle. I know how we get down. I'm a liberal, okay? And I see a lot of liberals who say that they want to get rid of guns, period. But, you know, from what I see with conservatives and their arguments for not having gun control, is like it's basically nothing we can do. I don't like that, and I don't like that the stuff that you guys blame it on, like if you see a mass shooting, you guys will say it's not the gun, okay? It's the guy, all right? The guy has a mental problem. And this is where I have a problem, all right? If you know that there are people that have mental problems that have the potential to go and commit a mass shooting, why are you guys not protesting and raising awareness for mental health? Because liberals, this is one thing about the liberals, you hate them when it comes to the gun control debate, how they get in the streets and protest and stuff. You can't knock somebody for trying to save lives. Okay, if you're going to sit on your hands on it and have the attitude that it's nothing we can do, it's a mental health problem, whoop-de-doo. Like it ends there. You're not trying to fight at least for the mental health, for the thing that you think is causing it. You're not really fighting for it. So like, that's the thing that I really don't like about the right when it comes to it, is that they're complacent. It's like they feel like this issue is just going to be an issue. There's nothing we can do about it. It is a mental health issue, but it's nothing we can do about it. Like, nah, get out there and fight. Like, and that probably will be something that could be the thing that bring us all together. Because I can't see a liberal, you know, mental health is a big cause for liberals, but they really don't look at it in the aspect that you guys look at it, like with mass shootings. They will tie that in. Some of them, you know, do believe that mental health plays a part, but they feel like a person that's mentally ill doesn't need a gun, so let's just get rid of guns. You got people like that. But if you can present a case to them like, look, I'm organizing a rally for mental health, okay? We're going to get to the root of mental health. We're going to make sure that people have access to psychiatrists and doctors, and we feel like, you know, that this should be something that they look at in healthcare. Like this should be provided in healthcare. Whatever you feel will work for mental health. And you present that case to a liberal, I bet you they will fight with you. That could be something that we come together on and go to Congress with, and then that will play a part in reducing the numbers in mass shootings, okay? But sitting there and not doing anything about it, just debating, you know, and trying to sound smart is not doing anything. And it's the same thing, liberals, you know, you with this getting rid of gun things is not going to happen. I really do side with Republicans when it comes to the idea that people will find a way to kill you. You're not going to stop murder from happening. I do believe if you get rid of guns, it will reduce the murders a large percent, okay? But at the same time, you got to think of people that will have guns, because it's not going to stop anybody from going to get one, okay? So the loose people that do have guns that can cause a lot of harm on you, and I'm pretty sure that police will still have guns, and you can't be, on a liberal side, you can't be having this issue with police reform, but then at the same time, you want them to have guns, and you don't have any guns to protect yourself. Like, that makes no sense to me, okay? I know you can't kill a cop and get away with it, but at the same time, if a cop is trying to kill you, you got to defend yourself. At least you live another day to see your kids grow up, or whatever. You're just living. It's a good thing to be living. All right. So yes, like my thing with the liberals was that, and my thing with Republicans or conservatives is that part. Okay. Maybe we can meet on the middle with mental health. That would be a good thing. But at the same time, we gotta find a way to understand each other and find a way to present this to each other and stop having these debates just based on who can own this person, who is presenting the best argument. It's not about who's the smartest in the debate. It's about who in the debate can present the idea to the person that they're debating and change that person's perspective on said subject, and you two come to a mutual agreement and do something about that issue. You go after the debate and you guys come to a conclusion, you go and push for that. A debate shouldn't be about who's going to own who is the best at presenting this argument. Because after the argument is over with, you guys just go your separate ways. A guy that felt like he lose, or the obvious loser of the debate, is just going to go back and try to sharpen up his skills and present a better argument for that. Okay, and this guy probably isn't even going to want to debate him anymore. He's looking for another guy to conquer. And where are we saving any lives in the midst of this? We're not saving any lives. We're just debate chasing and trying to be some champion of discourse. Let's not do that. Let's get together, get a solution, side with each other on that solution, push the idea to Congress, get it done, reduce these mass shootings. That's what we should be doing. All right, you guys can get in the comment section, tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You can get in there and present some ideas on what you believe can reduce the numbers of mass shootings. Maybe, this can stir up a debate amongst people on the left and the right, and you guys can get in the comment section and come with a solution that we can push for. That would really be dope, okay? All right, you guys have a good weekend. Take it easy. Peace.